This is Andy Peebles from the BBC in London with the 60s at the Beeb. In part 2, we shall hear unique recordings made by the BBC in early 1965. The Beatles' success had focused enormous attention on the Liverpool scene, and many groups enjoyed a degree of success in Britain, but very few were able to break through on the other side of the Atlantic. Gerry and the Pacemakers were one exception.
Life goes on day after day. Hearts torn in every way. So very trust to mercy, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay. People, they rush everywhere. With their own secret care. So very trust to mercy, and always take me there, the place I love. People around every corner, they seem to smile and say, we don't care what your name is, boy, we'll never turn you away. So I'll continue to say, here I always will stay. So very trust to mercy, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay, and here I'll stay, here I'll stay.
Ferry Across the Mersey was a big hit at the end of 1964, as was this for another Liverpool quartet, The Searchers.
I took my troubles down to Madame Rue. You know that gypsy with the gold cap too. She's got a pass down a 34th and Vine, selling little bottles of love potion number 9. I told her that I was a flock with chicks. I've been this way since 1956. She looked at my palm and she made a magic sign. She said, what you need is love potion number 9. She bent down and turned around and gave me a wink. She said, I'm gonna make it up right here in the sink. It smelled like turpentine and looked like Indian ink. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or night. I started kissing everything inside. But when I kissed the car down a 34th and Vine, it broke my little bottle of love potion number 9. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or the night. I started kissing everything inside. But when I kissed the car down a 34th and Vine, it broke my little bottle of love potion number 9. Oh yeah, love potion number 9. Oh yeah, love potion number 9. Love potion number 9.
From Liverpool, The Searchers with their cover version of the Coasters' Love Potion number 9. But it was Manchester that was the home of the group that would approve Britain's second biggest pop export of the mid-60s. Throughout 1965, 66 and 67, Herman's Hermits had a quite phenomenal run of hit singles, fronted by vocalist Peter Noone.
Every time I see you looking my way, baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? In the bar or walking down the highway, baby, baby,
Just 3 of Herman's top 10 hits recorded at the Beeb in 1965.
大西洋を挟んでビートルズのようにアメリカも制覇したアーティストは、実はリバプール出身のグループでも数えるほどのものでした。そのうちの2組がマージー川のフェリーボートのジェリーとペースメーカーズ、そしてラブポーションナンバー9のサーチャーズ。ピーター・ヌーン率いるハーマンズ・ハーミッツはマンチェスター出身のグループです。お聴きいただいたヒット曲は、日本でも当時大流行の恋のハートビート、シルエット、僕はヘンリー8世君。いずれも1965年の BBC スタジオにおけるライブレコーディング作品です。
This was to prove a very successful
この
year for
年
two bands who were in a
1965
different
年は
musical league
また異な
altogether,
る音楽ジャンルで
the
活
Animals
躍
and
す
the
る
Yardbirds.
2組のバン
The
ドが
Animals
大
were
きな
from
成功を収めま
Newcastle,
した。
and as early as
アニマルズと
1963,
ヤー
a
ド
local
バーズです。
promoter wrote to the
ニュー
BBC
キャッスル
to
出
sing
身
the
のアニマル
praises
ズ
of a
が
group called the
BBC の
Alan
オーディ
Price
ションを受けたの
R&B
は
combo featuring
1963
Eric
年。
Loudmouth's Burden.
当時は
In due
曲が
course, they
少し
sent in
長
an
すぎる、
audition tape.
内容がポ
BBC's
ップ番組にして
panel
は
passed them to
得意すぎる
broadcast, but
という
pointed
理
out
由
that
で
the items were rather long,
1964年ま
and
で
material a
こ
little
のオーディションをパ
specialized
スす
for
ることはで
inclusion
き
in
ま
pop
せん。
programs.
ところ
In
が
those days,
いざ
remember,
放
a
送
pop
許
song
可が
was
下りる
nearly
と
always about
もう
2and
す
a
でに
half
朝
minutes
日の当た
long.
る家がアメリカンチャー
Nevertheless,
ト
the
急
Animals,
上
as
昇。
the group were now called,
アニマルズ
did
は
make a
プロ
handful
モー
of
トでアメ
BBC
リカへ渡らな
broadcasts
けれ
in
ばな
early
りません。
1964.
そこで
Then,
8
out
月
of
に
the
予定
blue,
されて
they
いた
found themselves
BBC
rapidly
出演をキ
climbing
ャン
the
セルす
charts
る
in
と、
America
今度
with
は
House of the Rising
BBC の
Sun.
権力者
It
たちが
promptly
誇
set
り
off
始
to
め、
the USA,
アニマルズの
cancelling
曲
a
を
BBC
放送禁止に
recording
す
that
る
they were due to
強
make
行
in
手段まで
August.
考え出したの
Powers
で
that
す。
be at the
し
BBC
かし
were not
時は
pleased, and
や
even
がて
considered
彼
the
らの頭を
possibility
冷
of
やさせ、
banning them.
アニマ
But
ルズは
eventually,
こう
the
して
BBC's ruffled feathers were
1965
smoothed
年2
down,
月、
and the Animals
再
were
び
back in the
BBC
BBC
のスタジ
studios
オに
on
帰
the
ってき
2nd of
ました。
February, 1965.
Baby, do you understand me now? And sometimes I seem to be bad. But don't you know that no one alive can always be an angel? And when things go wrong, I get a little mad. But I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. A joy that is hard to hide. And then again it seems like all I have to do is worry, and then you're bound to see my other side. But I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. If I seem edgy, I want you to know that I never mean to take it out on you. Life has its problems, and I get my share. And it's one thing I never need to do, 'cause I love you. Oh, baby, don't you know I'm human? I have thoughts like any other one. Sometimes I find myself alone regretting some foolish thing, simple thing I've done. But I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Yes, I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Yes, I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
The Animals sounding very much as I remember them in my school days in the 60s when I used to see them play regularly at the local dance hall. Well, if the Animals were always essentially a rhythm and blues band, the Yardbirds were always much closer to our present-day idea of a rock band. Formed in 1963 by Paul Samuel Smith, Chris Dreyer, Keith Relf and Jim McCarty, they were soon joined by a young guitarist called Eric Clapton. He was with the group for just over a year, but seems never to have been entirely happy with their increasing desire for commercial success. He left them to join John Mayall's Blues Breakers, a loosely knit but highly influential force on the British blues scene. Clapton was, of course, replaced by another of the 60s great guitarists, Jeff Beck. Paul Samuel Smith, Jim McCarty and Chris Dreyer recall how he came to join.
I think we contacted Jimmy Page, didn't we?
Jeff was Jimmy Page's understudy
Yes.
in the session.
And Jimmy said, no, I can't do it. I'm too busy doing sessions and stuff. But I've got this mate of mine who lives in Wallington called Jeff Beck. So we tried him. He came up and played an audition in the afternoon, and I think he turned up on stage for us that night.
And he looked a really wild person. He had really long hair and he was a really terrible clothes. And Giorgio, our manager, sort of said, "Well, we've really got to tidy Jeff up. He looks really wild, baby." You know. So he got Chris to go and take him round down Carnaby Street and get him a decent sort of suit and have his hair cut and everything one day. And he came back all changed, all different.
And he looked terrible, didn't he?
He looked awful.
The suit that he had on just obviously wasn't fitting at all. Like a wild man. Being taken off, you can't be straight.
It was a very interesting experiment. I loved it.
For your love, for your love, for your love,
I give you everything and more, that's for sure.
for your love,
I bring you diamond rings and things right to your door.
for your love,
To thrill you with delight, I give you diamonds bright. There'll be days I will excite, make you dream on me at night.
for your love, for your love, for your love. For your love, for your love, I would give the stars above. For your love, for your love, I would give you all I could. For your love, for your love, for your love,
I'd give the moon if it were mine to give.
for your love,
I'd give the sun and the stars, for I live
for your love,
to thrill you with delight. I'd give you diamonds bright, every days I will excite, make you dream on me at night.
for your love, for your love, for your love, for your love.
The Yardbirds' first big hit, For Your Love, recorded at the BBC in early 1965.
アニマルズ1965年2月のスタジオライブ、2月13日にはヒットチャート入り、7週連続のランキング最高位3位の悲しき願い。そしてヤードバーズ65年3月のスタジオライブ、3月27日にはチャート入り、7週連続ランキング最高位2位の For Your Love でした。ロンドンのクラブシーンから登場したヤードバーズ、エリック・クラプトン、ジェフ・ベック、ジミー・ペイジを輩出したロックヒストリーの忘れられないグループの一つです。エリック・クラプトンの在籍期間はわずか1年余り。レコードとなった For Your Love とこの BBC セッションを最後にジョン・メイオールのブルース・ブレイカーズに参加していきます。そのメンバーチェンジのいきさつ、ポール・サミュエル・スミス、ジム・マッカーティ、クリス・ドレア、ヤードバーズ3人のメンバーが話してくれました。はじめはジミー・ペイジと契約。ジミーがセッションとかすごく忙しいから友達を紹介してくれた。これがジェフ・ベック。とにかくすごいロングヘアで外見がやたらワイルドだったため、マネージャーのジョルジオ・ゴメルスキーが身綺麗にするよう勧め、クリスがジェフをカーナビーストリートに連れて行ったという話。いかにも清潔を大事にしたモッズグループならではのエピソードです。さて、ヤードバーズにとっては先輩グループ。ローリングストーンズが1965年3月1日の夜、再び BBC のスタジオに入っています。